Allied coordinates locked.
Managed democracy calls for aid. Only you can answer, Helldiver.
Allied destroyer coordinates received. Mission coordinates locked.
Cluster bomb, just kill the enemies following me.
Hellpods
Because
prime.
we will get into negative situations in tier 10.
Engaging
Go off
orbital
bridge.
thrusters.
You're standing in front of a bug bridge. I'd rather not have stealth stratagem. I'd rather have the rest of stratagem that actually does something all this before, right? If you're playing solo tier 10, smokes go way higher. But this is a 4-player, tier 10 stratagem tier list. It just can't put smoke in higher. A-bomb, I think, is a solid minus. Very good, but in most situations, I have sweet fire strategies at the moment, or at least fire on the ground. I would just bring air strike because of that. It's a solid choice, and I do love using it, but it does get outclassed and it doesn't feel as necessary. But most of your teams probably already bring it. Or a napalm barrage, or already have Scorcher, or have flamethrowers, so take drawers on the ground. If you're leveling up on the plane, it was useful. Any damage that's done, individual napalm canisters explode. It's really air strike, so if you're head-to-head, air strike usually feel that fun. Okay, going to Orbital Rail, solid beat. It did receive a buff, so reliably one-shots volatile, and I do like that, but it still has a very long cooldown compared to other strategies that can do it. Like, I would much rather just bring RPG. Maybe that's just because I'm very experienced with using RPG, so it very reliably one-shots volatile. I get 2 of them on short cooldown. I can see someone who's maybe new to tier 10, maybe valuing the Orbital Railgun more, but Orbital Railgun just needs a little bit more, right? Or it should just be like, I don't know. I'm not sure. Like maybe just keep upping the damage so that they do get a new difficulty. And if I'll take the alpha volatile or something like that. If you reliably one shots that, just keeping that one shot fantasy alive in the higher difficulty that it never becomes. Maybe that's it's like that. But at the moment, in tier 10, I'm putting it right next to Spear for a reason. Because I feel like it flaxes at them. 128mm barrage, I think is a solid plus option. Maybe even a bit closer than an A-. The only reason I'm not going to put it any higher is because I still think it gets outclassed by both the 3As and especially the Orbital Napalm, which, I don't think anyone is trying to put Orbital Napalm in S tier. It is incredibly good. Yes, it doesn't really clear out bug nests, like the actual holes. Like the projectile has to go to blow it up, outlet next to it. And it doesn't really take care of armor. Because armored enemies just fall over at the moment, and
Mission
difficulty on one of these tiers of missions is just overwhelming amount of chaff.
Hellpods
Strategies
prime.
here is extremely good at doing that.
Engaging
And if
orbital
you're like 2 or 3 on your team, just cycle them, right? Just make sure you don't roll at the same time. And like that bug bridge, you don't have to deal with any of the chaff. Like the fire lasts so long, the additional motion does so much damage. It's extremely good. I'm going to be over laser right next to Nailgated. It's just identical, just getting power methods. Like, your issue with the charges and just keep a fairly long cooldown, so it's something that you just kind of like throw and forget. Or they should up the charges and lower the cooldown and then give it some more damage. I think there's a bunch of different ways they can like look at it, but right now it's like it's an okay stratagem. Like it's not a bad choice, and it's like fairly nice for the fact that like if you throw it at a good time, it will like clean up a lot of cap for you. But after talking about the overall Napalm, just bring that, man. It's so much better. You don't have to worry about charges. Like, after saying it out loud, like, they're farther below? Probably. Like, they up the damage versus, like, charges volatiles than it does, or say for them, it doesn't, like, waste much time on them. But it's still not the great choice, and I don't really recommend it. Really recommend it once or twice. This is very much evidence of, like, power creep happening, and if you're just not keeping up with other strategies. It's still a fantastic A-tier stratagem. Highly recommend someone bringing it on your fire team. You can easily stack Invasion and Orbital Napalm together, and a lot of that leverage is dead, right? 380 very reliably takes out a lot of your bigger chaff enemies, your skewers, stuff like that that give you the fire. There's enough to kill. Chargers die to it. The random campers in the back of the bug breach will probably die to it. Maybe the Molotov might walk fast enough to get out of the ring before he dies to it, but I'm sure you've seen our movies annihilate the Molotov. Volvo's a mess. Really bad spot at the moment. I do not recommend using it. I just use gas. Gas is just really out classes at this point. I do not know really what they're thinking about buffing it. I'm hoping that they haven't mentioned that they're buffing it yet, but I'm hoping in the next couple of weeks, with the next buff patch, this thing gets some love. Maybe like a lot of radius, a little cooldown. Maybe it's allowed to stun Molotov. That's great. That would be these gases would get their Molotov. It needs some buff. It doesn't necessarily need to rework, it just needs buffs to make it differentiate itself from gas, just great on classes. For the airburst, I think it's a decent plus option. I do enjoy using it, but there's many situations where I'd rather just have maybe like a cluster, or I would just take another orbital over it. If it lasted longer, like more shells coming down, or even larger delay in it, but I do think it could be and not enough enemies can like populate that area where it just exploded. Because I love for instance maybe have like maybe a 2-second longer delay, so it's like kills a bunch of enemies, enough enemies can walk forward, kills a bunch of enemies, and then walks forward. You know, if you're one or two bursts, lime smoke. Close, but smoke, smoke is just the first superior version of Eagle Smoke. I've seen quite a few content creators talk about maybe you should do like a curved smoke and circle around you so you can like throw it at the feet. Protects you in some regard, and like kind of do like a solid snake and like get away in that regard. It's just like the line of the Eagle is so much better than like the sporadic smoke dispersal of the orbital smoke. So maybe that, like I guess that technically is a word that Walking Barrage is a solid option, but I have of course not a huge fan of Walking Barrage. I just feel like the balloon or the spread on each individual shell is just too great. I want it to be more narrow. They narrow the spread so I can more reliably like run away from a bunch of enemies, right on my feet, and then like just like a very consistent clip of 380s come down. I think that would be really cool and put in a much better being spot than 380. It's like right now I just would rather use 380 for a bug reach or like a base or something like that, right? Like it's just more shells come down in a concentrated area. I am way more confident in it killing way more enemies than the Walking Barrage. Or if they gave the Walking Barrage maybe a lower cooldown to differentiate it, I could put it. Gas is, I think, in like a good spot. I'm probably going to right next to me. It's better because you have like enemies kind of spam it. It's just 10 tend to last like a minute. Whereas gas, if you're going to throw it, last while, that's a good job. I like it. But the rest of that bug breach is non-existent, right? Whereas with my Eagle Napalm, you just throw it, does a bunch of damage, lays out a current fire, kills a bunch of things, then I lay out another one, and then I lay out another one, right? Like, I just get so much more uptime for it that I would prefer Napalm as long as people aren't bringing already other forms of Napalm. What's great about gas, why there's stability right next to it, is CC effect, right? The gas element when recharges or tremendous and stuff, they're just scanning that kill zone your teammate has longer than scanning. And that's why it's CC. But how does it go to S tier? Shorter cooldown, larger radius. Right now, it's not much bigger than just gas spray. You could just gas spray and have 4 of them for an entire bug breach. It's really strong. And then probably, like, as I said, for longer radius, maybe it gets a little bit more damage than on the gas. As far as I understand, it does the exact same damage as the gas grenade, so it doesn't really have any more potency. Or allowing it to affect miles, not the job. But it really affects gas. Overall, solid pick. Solid aims here, great choice, Inferno, bug breach, input, soft under heavier targets, and kill a lot of your smaller targets. Really short cooldown, really fun here, good stratagem, solid. Not much more to say other than I just enjoyed using it, and it's good choice. Over Precision, I think, has dropped down from its initial S tier rating of my last one, and it's still a very solid pick. But I feel like the only time I really miss using it is on like NFLs, something like that, where there's a ton of trees and you can't really use your trees. That's the time where I end up using it, and it's like only in that situation. The 500 gauge at the moment just kind of outclasses it. You get 2 on short cooldown, you just get the massive radius with 500 gauge. Whereas the only position here is right? So if position beats love now, probably probably definitely need something more now that like Cloud has received such far. Going into our centuries, Argan is in a spot. Good DPS. It will eliminate the Battle Titan Chargers in a good time frame, but I don't think it's the best tank or the best turret or none anymore. And you know, we've already been talking about how like the Rocket Sentry, even last match before that, has been just in such a good spot. It has so much of an ammo economy because it has so much more ammo. Does really good damage against those enemies that now have low armor. So you're doing like full damage all the time. It's really good at high points. You can get your lead on it. Yeah, Arcan could probably need some more love just to keep it stuck like no barrages of ammo. There for it. But like in general, like, I think a lot of sentries minus the rocket sentry just need a little more ammo. They're still long for 40 minutes, and sometimes they just kind of run out their ammo. Both mortars, I'm going to put like middle A, and the reason why I'm putting them here and not like a little bit lower is just because when in tandem, they actually do fantastic. You just got to make sure you're talking to your team about the fact that you're using them, and you got to make sure the person who uses them is trying to ping your target. Yeah, so it's not just like landing on your team. But these two in conjunction versus a bug breach, extremely powerful, right? Versus clear, and like your heavier pen targets, not really going to kill your battle titans, but even on like defense missions, like if your entire team just brings mortars, like doubles up on mortars, you can kind of just like go AFK. Your mortars just do everything for you. They're extremely. So for that reason, A tier still. But you know they have a downside of potentially screwing your team, so make sure the person that is bringing them is communicating when they're using them and the targets that they want to land on. Okay, another really fun one that is like really wrapped up, and I'm using a lot more, but that's the Magma, is the HMG emplacement. I see a lot of people just like throwing that at the beginning of a mission, do like a 360, just shoot domes, forward moves, stuff like that. Baltan shows up in the head, that's Baltan, like fast. Chargers, into the legs, strip on the end, stay the leg, like fast. A really good spot on butt button. Maybe not as much on the butt button because I have bots. When I figure out my butt button, butt button very solid. Love using it. Highly recommend. Ton of fun. Machine gun emplacement and gatling emplacement. Solid choices, but your ammo supplies in general don't always match up with what you're talking. And I do think that they deserve to be next to each other, which is slightly different. Gatling better for like broad DPS output, killing a lot of fast. Machine guns more or less like a more aggressive strategy. So an off-ramper, because they've got a low cooldown, using them often. I would rather have a little bit more eight. They would use like the Rocket Sentry versus these two. Right? The uptime on the Rocket Sentry is just so much greater, and the ad clear and just like general viability versus other units,
Helldiver reporting to the
I would
front.
put all the mines into the C tier. The reason for that is just mines have too long of a cooldown. I like the fact that they spread out the mines greater now, so you're less likely to have those chain explosion situations where like one mine explodes, and another mine explodes, and another mine explodes, even though the enemy stuck off the mine. Right? It's like a body like planets. No, they really activate each other through this match. Right? They deserve a lower cooldown. Helldivers. I'm always worried when Helldiver takes on my team. It's like, are they going to tell me they put it down, or do I need to like constantly watch my teammates and know that they put a minefield in there, and I have to like see around and feel like teammates and like kind of like making it hard for me to play the game. If mines were more obvious to the Helldivers on your team, if they like make them as hard and they were cooldown, I think they'd be a lot more useful for like defensive positions, or just like setting up their button, just like what is about to happen, you lay out a minefield, make sure it's far enough away from your team stratagems. That's also a downside. Your team is going to throw stratagems that blow up your mines, and your mines are out of the cooldown, they didn't do anything, right? And are you going to get mad at your teammate? Really? It's not their fault, like, put your mines in spot, but then you're going to feel like, oh, maybe I need to put my mines on an off angle, you're just going to end up killing your teammates, right? Like, it's not a good ship generator, I think needs a thought, and just a general rework on bug fight. I would love for a ship generator to not allow bugs, right? Maybe they have to deal damage to it, keep the duration low, just give it some HP, and allow like no bugs to walk through. At the moment, it's really just charging big and with it, and then they just walk, right? I would love for all bugs to not be able to enter for some reason. Maybe they're afraid of it, maybe I don't know. I think that'd be really cool. Like implementing it, making it somewhat useful on the bug front, and like fun to use. So let me know down below what you guys think we would do to it. I think it deserves improvement at the moment. It definitely needs love on the bug front, regardless. But on the bug front, I'd like to see more uniqueness. Yeah. And for our last one that we have here, I'm actually going to put the Tesla.
Sí.
Actually,
¿Cómo? No. No. Está enferma. No sé. ¡Hala, Julia!
Reinforcing! Not checking.
a good spot. For those who don't know, with the arc changes, this thing stuns targets. So its number one threat now gets stunned over and over again if it tries to take it out. Now, it's still not going to be like A plus or anything like that, because a second charge can easily come from another angle, take it out in one fell swoop, and like Bottle Titan still shit on it. But it's very strong if you put it in a good spot, kind of tempted from Bottle Titans and stuff like that. This thing will slay out, just like solo kill like love breaches in front of it. Because like if it's mostly chat, but you're doing like a active version of something hunters in front of you, this thing just slays out. And it's quite tanky. It's more patches in the last 6 months. That's pretty good. I like using it. Okay, so for the last two that I did not mention here, it's Sterilizer and the Dog Breath. The Dog Breath, I'm gonna probably put in like B minus. I think it actually deserves to be somewhat near the other guard dog. Maybe a little higher. My main concern with it is that far too often it just goes flying out and like attacks a trooper and does something. Or they just like film the games in one like stupid enemy in front of me instead of spreading out and like maybe attacking many. And I would love for the AI to change it like once it affects an enemy, it goes to another end, and then another end, and then another end. Right? It's too stupid right now. And just like has to just kill the enemy with the breath, and it's just like whatever. It's like really one situation is hard, then all of a sudden people say, hey, it needs more love. And for that reason, I'm not going to put any higher like the minus. I think it's cool. It just needs like some buffs for its AI. Maybe a larger spray nozzle or something like that. Or like have a lingering effect. It's, you know, like it sprays an area and like cloud stays for I don't know something along like make it more. Sterilizer is probably ironically gonna go like probably like right up next to like flamethrower. I end up using it as much as I use the flamethrower in a lot of situations. I really like using it. It's fun to use. And you just do like circles around you. Like, and none of the enemies will attack you, and it slowly die over time. It's not great versus chargers, but what you can do is like you puff a charger for like 1 second, then you run up behind it, and you like use the auto your primary, and right? Or it just like makes it different. Right? Honestly, don't use it versus the wild side, it doesn't do enough damage. But yeah, I put it right next to the flamethrower. It's extremely fun to use, and it's great CC. I don't necessarily want to put anything higher because in a lot of situations, you just use a gas grenade for the gas stratagem. But hey, I don't think you were trolling whatsoever with grenade. It's extremely useful. Just don't get like too close to like the bug reach and feel like you want to do that. You stop your grenades for one stratagem. Yeah. Dog Breath, B minus, Paralyzer, B plus, maybe even A minus. If you are an absolute shadow that have like a really good setup, I think we could even use for A minus. Yeah, that's my tier list. That is updated for the most recent patch with the Dog Breath Water Bond. Really solid patch. We feel extremely powerful. I'm hoping that in the near future we'll get some difficulties in the game. But yeah, we feel really powerful on the bug side. Yeah, try out some new stratagems. There's a lot of stratagems that may like not wanted to use before because they weren't as efficient. But like honestly, everything in the B tier is like quite good in bug missions. It's not like because it's in B it's bad. Anything in the B tier is like quite useful and has like situations where it can absolutely shine. And I'd love to see like Tesla Tower being used more. I'd love to see a lot of these like judges that were in B tier before pick up and just like pretty match. Feel very powerful and I look forward to it. future. You guys go to the tools, you can see your drop looking for let me know. What are you guys using? Let's go to Roda. Did I miss something? There's just so much that's changed that I bet I missed something. I bet that there is something in the strategy tier list that, like, Dreamer, you missed this, because, like, I've only been able to use everything, like, once or twice in certain games. There's just so many changes, you know? So yeah, let me know. Do consider joining Discord and down below as well if you just want to have a conversation with me. Obviously, I was live the entire time, so come by the streams Tuesday through Sunday, really early morning, 10 a.m. morning.
Pelican 1 preparing to depart. Shuttle launch in 20 seconds.
So, well, yeah. First of all, peace out.
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Ahora sí podemos decir que volvió un Diego Gallardo porque River acaba de perder 1-0 frente a Talleres con gol de Federico Girotti y que volvió a ser una constante que River tiene el torneo local a la basura y que esta vez esté netamente pensando en la Copa Libertadores de América. Si ve un equipo en semifinales, si deja de lado el torneo local, yo lo puedo entender. Ahora, no se le presentaba un contexto más favorable al equipo de Gallardo ni pura asomo. Una excelente semana la que había tenido el equipo del Muñeco, ganándole a Boca el Superclásico, ganándole a Colo-Colo la serie por la Copa Libertadores, por los cuartos de final, pero ahora se volvía a encontrar con un viejo conocido moderno, porque Talleres, hace apenas 3-4 semanas atrás, River lo depuró de la Copa Libertadores, lo sacó directamente en octavo de final y con una postura clara. Por el River que hoy se vio por lo menos en el primer tiempo, porque el del segundo fue el River de Gallardo, el primer tiempo fue verdaderamente espantoso. Lento en el mediocampo, el único que se salvaba un poquito era Santiago Simón. Pero claro, lo que habíamos visto en el corto lapso que lleva Gallardo de su vuelta había sido una recuperación en cuanto a la defensa. Pesela, Paulo Díaz y qué sé yo, Acuña, que van rotando, ¿viste? Pero la titular es esta. Justo Pesela, Paulo Díaz y Acuña sale de memoria y que claramente solamente una falencia, un error no forzado podía hacer que Talleres convierta el primer gol, que fue un error de Paulo Díaz, un resbalón, y le termina quedando a Girotti, que con cabeza fría pero pie caliente elude a Armani y convierte en 1-0 para Talleres de Córdoba. ¿Ahí se resume el partido? No, bajo esta circunstancia, porque Talleres tuvo 2 o 3 situaciones más durante el primer tiempo. Me gustó el partido de Galarza, que no había tenido una mala serie de Copa Libertadores, pero que evidentemente Talleres como equipo, como estructura, no estaba preparado para octavo de final. Y aquí es cuando te das cuenta que el aura de Gallardo fue la misma para el torneo, para la Copa. Los 7 años y medio anteriores, por la Copa Libertadores, sin opciones que por el torneo local no se le daba. La de Borja, que está Herrera, que pasa un pelota actual, la de Nacho Fernández, la de Diego. Son 11 opciones que en la Copa Libertadores generalmente al Muñeco Gallardo se le dan. Se le dan. Incluso hoy tuvo una que termina recuperando el Ancito, creo que es el que va al piso, y Borja es que define, que es esa la primera que tapa Guido Herrera, que ahora voy a hablar de Herrera, que para mí fue la gran figura del partido. O todo, absolutamente, cuando vos decís un arquero que te salva, hoy fue Herrera, que Lanzini recupera esa pelota, que podría haber sido la misma que Borja convierte por la Copa Libertadores, pero por el torneo no. Si yo tuviese que encontrar una explicación, es que Gallardo fue la ruleta. Él es un hábil jugador, es un hombre que va al frente, es un hombre que sabe que cuando se juega un pleno, que en este caso en la Copa Libertadores, se le puede terminar dando por una cuestión de suerte y también de interpretación, porque la ruleta, muchos dirán, no, es azar, también es interpretación. también es entender una cuestión estadística. Cuantas más veces te salió el negro, es muy probable que a la larga empiece a salir más veces el colorado. Bueno, acá River, por una cuestión de estadística, durante toda la era del muñeco Gallardo, siempre se pudo inscribir para la Copa Libertadores porque entendía que la grandeza se construía a nivel continental. Así como lo hizo Boca durante los primeros años del siglo, que entendió que la grandeza se construía a través de los títulos continentales. Esto lo entienden todos. Lo que pasa es que hay que tener la estructura para hacerlo. Y hoy River, con toda la parafernalia, con 85.000 espectadores, con los 11 titulares en cancha, salvo algunos, pero los 11 titulares en cancha, salvo Lancini, porque en realidad no era Lancini titular, pero él lo puso para darle el voto de confianza a Gallardo porque había sido el partido por Boca. River, con todo este entorno, terminó tirando a la basura el torneo local. Por decisión del muñeco, y yo te puedo decir que no, porque este partido con Talleres, el local River no perdía hace muchísimo tiempo, desde el año pasado creo que no perdía, incluso con De Michelis, este año creo que como local en Monumental no perdió solamente 2 veces, fue contra Arsenal a principio de 2023 y fue con Huracán. No sé si se me pasa algo más, pero River de local prácticamente no pierde. Y hoy volvió a perder, y hoy fue la primera derrota de Gallardo en su vuelta a River. Es si no me equivoco su 10º partido. Entonces, como les decía, Gallardo tiene una aura para la Copa que no la tiene para el torneo. El único que consiguió, que fue la Liga Profesional 2021, con un Enzo Fernández espléndido, un Julián Álvarez tope de gama, hoy todavía no termina de encontrar esas piezas. No tiene ese jugador que, por más que River tenga el mejor plantel, a mi criterio del fútbol argentino, 3 campeones del mundo no los tiene ningún otro equipo, ninguno tiene uno, al menos. Tiene aparte la posibilidad de contar con un técnico como Gallardo. Ningún otro equipo en el fútbol argentino tiene un entrenador que haya ganado Copa Libertadores. Ya con eso te digo todo. Gallardo ganó 2. Entonces, a partir de eso, quiero marcar que el aula es una cosa para la Copa y otra cosa para el torneo local. Y para cerrar este punto de debate y de discusión, a mí me parece una pelotudez que con una Copa Libertadores en formato anual, que es cierto, la fase del grupo se puede en un corto lapso, entre abril y mayo. Ahí no entiendo derrotes. Pero acá, cuando hay una serie de cada mes de distancia, porque octavo de final se jugó agosto, viene agosto. Cuarto de final se juega a fines de septiembre, semifinales a fines de octubre y la final a fines de noviembre. O sea, estamos hablando de una diferencia en el medio que tiene que ganar con los 11 titulares que son semifinalistas de Copa Libertadores. Pero este partido con Talleres, la presión de tener que ganarlo, porque River si ganaba hoy se ponía a tiro, pero ya quedó muy alejado de Vélez, mismo con 9 puntos, pero Vélez encima tiene que jugar ahora el próximo partido, el martes frente a Rosario Central, visita un lugar complejo, y ante el Rollito puede quedar a 12 de River. Entonces si Vélez gana, se finí, a falta de 12 fechas más o menos, para que culmine el certamen. 11 o 12 fechas. Entonces, 12 puntos. Si tenemos 4 partidos que no gane nada, y encima que los del medio, Talleres, que hoy ya se volvió a prender en el campeonato, que hoy tercero. Hay muchos en el medio. Entonces, River tiró los comparamos aquí. Entonces, como River en el medio, nosotros el partido con Boca, una racha de 4 partidos consecutivos dentro de Boca. River empató un partido que no debería haber empatado. Yo te puedo entender al principio la era Gallardo. Se entiende, empató con Huracán, empató con Gimnasia. Si no tengo mal dato, empata con un de local. Después empata creo un partido más. Claro, un cancha de Boca, el partido que tenía que ganar, estamos todos. Empató con Independiente, ahí está, empató con Independiente de Bacari. 4 empates consecutivos porque el torneo local hace que hoy estabas presionado y River hoy termina perdiendo. También porque tuvo una jeringa, una inyección de su propia medicina. Sobre regar el campo de juego hizo que su mejor defensor. Estoy hablando de Paulo Díaz, porque Pesela, Acuña y los que pegaron hace 4 días a River, se resbala y le regala el gol a Talleres. Toda esta puesta en escena, obviamente, es pensando con River en la
Now
Copa
that is what
Libertadores.
I call a profitable use of
Así
resources.
y todo con lo que les estoy diciendo, River no mereció perder. Yo lo que rescato, millonario, gallina, estás del otro lado. Yo rescato que el muñeco, Gallardo, es un tipo que no rehúsa ir al frente. River todo el segundo tiempo lo buscó a Talleres de Córdoba. Lo fue a buscar. Yo valoro eso del técnico de River. Es un tipo que no teme
Orbit synchronized.
que le metan 3 goles en contra. Yo te ataco, no te lleno al área con 6 tipos. Que vengan ellos a buscarme si quieren el segundo gol. Talleres el segundo tiempo completamente con el colectivo atrás. Todo metió atrás, sin su técnico que, dicho sea de paso, la AFA le pone 4 fechas a Moyano por una expulsión. No puede ser, uno dice sí, está bien dada o no, pero 4 fechas me parece a mí una exageración. También le dio 4 fechas de suspensión al Cacique Medina. A Talleres lo están bombeando. Y hoy Talleres ganó en la cancha más compleja de todas, que es la cancha de River, que no gana nadie. No gana nadie en la cancha de River. Son las cosas inimaginables que tiene el fútbol. Hoy yo prendí la tele y dije, bueno, River gana 3-0 y por ahí hacer la reacción es un dolor de juego, porque al fin y al cabo, ¿qué vas a decir? Que hizo todo bien. A mí me gusta y yo disfruto cuando hay algo para criticar, pero no porque River haya perdido, porque hay algo para criticar. El River tuvo un medio campo que se arrastraba, tuvo que esperar a que entre Mastantuono,
Charge initiated.
Nicolás Pero, después Echeverri.
That's all. Yeah. Let's do. Let's do. Yeah.
Did you get to play the weekend?
I did a lot. I took it up.
Let them come.
I appreciate that.
Let them face the insurmountable might of the
It's just the fan.
Yeah. It's overheat. Or is it what the fuck? On the street. Down.
bug outpost
It is
spotted.
well.
Prepare to
That was good,
exterminate.
man.
Orbital
Yep.
incoming.
Yep.
Sending in
Yep.
an eagle.
That was fun.
Sending in an eagle. Administering freedom.
Some stuff I needed to get done. No, not yet.
Right on target. Requesting air support. Take liberty.
Nah, not really. Gives me time to see how the team plays. So.
Point B to the enemy. Orbital inbound. Requesting orbital strike.
Careful!
Terminate hive structure destroyed.
2 hours.
Requesting objective equipment.
Heavy, west, 50 meters.
Bomb tunnel breach.
Found something!
Reinforcing! How'd you like the taste of freedom?
Calling in reinforcements.
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
Calling down supplies! Democracy needs me! Sending in an eagle!
Attack underway.
Orbital inbound!
Calling in reinforcements. Sending in an eagle. Objective critical stratagem available. Objective critical stratagem no longer available.
Helldiver, reporting to the front! Requesting orbital!
Firing orbital barrage. Clear the area.
Reinforcing.
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements. Liberty dispatched.
Reinforcing!
Objective critical stratagem available. Objective critical stratagem no longer available.
Ready to liberate! Requesting air support!
Calling in reinforcements.
Request approved. Reinforcements on the way.
Returning to destroyer for resupply.
Requesting air support. Requesting objective equipment.
Democracy has landed! On tunnel breach!
Listen, as long as it's not towards me, I'm good. I don't care what you do with your life.
Calling in orbital strike.
Allied destroyer leaving squadron.
Sending in an eagle!
Find out.
Calling down a sentry!
Sweet liberty, but eat that!
Reinforcing!
Request approved. Reinforcements on the way. Mission at 30 minutes remaining.
Calling! Reinforcing!
Allied destroyer